I'm Brenda Earle-Stokes, the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda, unique online courses that will take your playing to the next level. The name of today's tutorial is There's More Than One Way to Split the Octave. If you're someone who is practicing chords or scales or arpeggios or chord progressions to achieve mastery, or maybe you're practicing Hanon or any number of finger exercises, it's really useful to practice in different ways in order to avoid muscle memory. So muscle memory can be a good thing, but also can be a bad thing. So if you're practicing, for example, you're a jazz pianist and you're practicing your 2-5-1 progressions in 12 keys, if you always practice them in the same order, then what are you going to do when you're presented with something in front of you and it's not in that same order? Okay, so this is a way to keep your practicing fresh, and it's a way to really make sure that you are achieving mastery in all of the things. It's also a great way to test to make sure you really know what it is you're trying to master. So our first approach, we're going to practice going clockwise via the circle of fifths. So I'll put the circle of fifths right here. Okay, and you can see if we were to go clockwise around the circle of fifths, we would go from C to G to D to A to E. Okay, so for a practice, we're just going to pretend you're learning your major triads in 12 keys, but I just want to take you through the protocol and you can plug in whatever you're working on, whether it is just learning 5-note scales or whether you're learning, you know, like some elaborate set of studies. All right, so we're going to play clockwise via the circle of fifth. And you can go up or down, whichever direction you want. I'm trying to keep it kind of close to the middle of the piano. Okay. So if you were practicing your scales, right, you could practice them all in that order, or if you were doing arpeggios, right, you could do them all the way through that. So this is a really great way to do that. Now we're going to go counterclockwise via the circle of fifths. So we're going to go the flat way, C to F to B flat, etc. So let's do the same thing. Let's do major triads. Excellent. So you can see that kind of makes you have to think about things a little bit differently. Now we're going to go up by half steps because we could split the octave. We've already split it into fifths and fourths. Now we're going to split the octave into half steps. So we're going to go D flat to D to E flat to E, F, F sharp, and then what goes up must come down. We can practice down by half steps. So C, B, B flat. Okay. So again, if you're a jazz player and you're working on your 2-5-1 patterns, you could go 2-5-1 to C, 2-5-1 to D flat, right? 2-5-1 to D, right? That would be a way that you could practice that. You could practice, I mean, pretty much anything. Your melodic minor scales going up by half steps and down by half steps. And so we have two more ways that we can break the octave, and what we're going to do is go down by whole steps. So we're going to go C, B flat, A flat, G flat, E, and D. And you'll say, well, that's 6 keys, that's not 12. Then we're going to go up by a half step and do the other 6. So I can show you this right now on major triads. So we'll start on C, B flat, A flat, G flat, E, D, and C. And then we could go up by a half step and do the same thing. B, A, D, F, E flat, D flat. So by splitting the octave in different ways in your practicing, you can practice your scales, your patterns. You can practice arpeggios or chords or your octave training, Hanon exercises, chord progressions. You can practice them in different ways every time you sit down. Now, the benefit of this is that you don't get stuck in muscle memory, and you also don't get used to always hearing it in the same way. You want to stay away from everything always being patterned the same way. This is going to be a way to really help you to achieve mastery, and you'll find that it's really helpful with your ear training as well. I hope this short tutorial has been helpful for you today. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you hit subscribe. And if you liked it, leave a comment below and feel free to make a request for more tutorials that I can create for you. If you enjoyed my teaching today, I would love for you to go check out my website, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com. There I have all kinds of resources, from video tutorials to free downloads to blog posts, all about different aspects of music. It's been a pleasure to be teaching for over 20 years and performing as an international artist, and I'm always so excited to get to share my work with other people. Thanks for watching.